Hitler, the most notorious man of the 21st century. A lot of people know about him, his war effort, Auschwitz, and other notorious deeds. But what a lot of people don't know about him is that he was not even German. That's right. He was Austrian, born to Austrian parents. It's a long story. You see, he was born in a low little town called Braunau am Inn on the Austria-Hungary-German border, in Austria to Austrian parents. But he later moved to Munich in 1913 as an adult, and in the chaos of World War I, he managed to enlist in the Bavarian army. Normally, he would have needed permission from Bavarian state officials, which could have taken months, but he somehow got enlisted anyway, most likely due to a clerical oversight of some sort. In the war, he fought as a dispatch runner assigned to a regimental staff HQ. Mostly it involved a run to the front lines to hand over messages to commanders and to come back to the HQ. Highly decorated, twice injured and known as his superiors for his conscientious service, Hitler nevertheless was seen as a bit of a Tabenschwein or a rare area pig by many of his fellow frontline soldiers of his unit, as his position only rarely required him to be exposed to the first line of fire and the atrocities of the war. Hitler returned from the war with fluctuating political ideas and was still seen by his immediate peers as a well-liked loner. With shifting political ideas, which in the aftermath probably shifted between left-wing and right-wing, but with a general unsophisticated support for pan-German ideas. One big Germany. Germany, Austria, Netherlands, and the German parts of Poland, Czechoslovakia, etc. In July 1919, Hitler was appointed Verbindungsmann, intelligence agents, by the army, both to influence other soldiers and to influence and infiltrate the German Workers' Party, the DAP. The DAP had been formed by Anton Drexler, Karl Harrer, and others, through a combination of other smaller groups, in 1919. When Hitler studied the activities of the DAP, Hitler became impressed by Drexler's anti-Semitic, nationalist, anti-capitalist, and anti-Marxist ideas. And at one particular meeting is where Hitler made his debut. You see, there was an audience member that criticized the speaker and started talking about how Bavaria should be wholly independent from Germany and should secede from Germany and unite with Austria to form a new South German nation, the Alpine German nation. The volatile Hitler arose and he scolded the man, eventually causing him to leave the meeting before his adjournment. Impressed with Hitler's oratory skills, Drexler encouraged him to join the DAP. On the orders of his army superiors, Hitler applied to join the party. Within a week, Hitler received a postcard stating he had officially been accepted as a member and he should come to a meeting to discuss it. Hitler attended the meeting and received a membership card with the number 7. With his considerable oratory and propaganda skills, he grew appreciated by the party leadership. With the support of Anton Drexler, he became chief of propaganda for the party in early 1920, and his action became to transform the party. He organized their biggest meeting yet, of 2,000 people, on February 1920 in the Stateless Hofbrauhaus in München. There Hitler announced the party's 25-point program. He also engineered the name change of DAP to the Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Hitler designed the party's banner of a swastika on a white circle on a red background. He was then discharged from the army in March 1920 and began working full-time for the Nazi Party. This kind of thing kept going, with Hitler becoming an increasingly large figure in the party, being their best orator, popular speaker, and with the party's popularity skyrocketing and he becoming increasingly indispensable. You see, Hitler had his mind firmly set on attaining political power in Germany, but he faced a pretty big problem. He did not have German citizenship. In fact, he was a stateless immigrant living in Germany, as he revoked his Austrian citizenship in 1925 to avoid being extradited back to his native country. The normal path to German citizenship was cumbersome and uncertain, and Hitler had a bit of a criminal record with more than a few violent crackdowns on political opponents. This issue became particularly urgent when Hitler wanted to run in the 1932 German presidential election. At the time, his party, the Nazi Party, shared government power in only one German state, the small northern state of Braunschweig. This was important because states had the power to grant citizenship, which automatically translated into citizenship of Germany. Hitler therefore asked his party members in Braunschweig to give him citizenship by making him a minor official, thereby making him a citizen of Braunschweig and by extension Germany, so he could stand for the presidential election against Hindenburg. And the rest, as they say, is history. Thank you for listening. This was Leo.